Indian economic updates. Indian Railways is set to enhance long-distance travel with the Vande Bharat sleeper train, achieving a peak speed of 180 km per hour during trials in Rajasthan's Kota division. Over 3 days, the train maintained high speeds under full load conditions, with trials continuing under Research Design and Standards Organization supervision. Final certification by the Railway Safety Commissioner will precede its official induction. Featuring automatic doors, cushioned berths, onboard Wi-Fi, and an aircraft-like design, the Vande Bharat sleeper promises a world-class travel experience. This high-speed train will significantly reduce travel time on long routes like Delhi-Mumbai, Kashmir-Kanyakumari, and Howrah-Chennai. Built under the Make in India initiative, it reflects India's engineering excellence, offering speed, comfort, and luxury to rail passengers nationwide. India announced reduced tariffs for global electric vehicle manufacturers like Tesla, cutting customs duty to attract manufacturing. The policy matches Tesla's demand to lower India's 70% import duty to establish a plant. It offers a 15% customs duty for up to 8,000 EVs annually if the company commits to local manufacturing. The Finance Ministry enacted the lower duty on Friday. Companies setting up manufacturing facilities for EVs will be allowed limited imports of cars at reduced custom duties. The scheme grants concessional import duty for 5 years to companies investing at least $500 million. The policy requires each imported vehicle to exceed $35,000 in value. This move aims to boost domestic EV manufacturing. The Reserve Bank of India is advancing the internationalization of the rupee by easing regulations for non-residents and enhancing the GIFT City's competitive edge. The RBI's 2023-24 annual report emphasizes the settlement of bilateral trade in local currency, allowing non-residents to open rupee accounts abroad and facilitating rupee lending and investments. Key steps include the issuance of foreign exchange management, manner of receipt and payment, regulations, 2023, enabling local currency settlements, especially with Asian Currency Union countries. The RBI plans to extend India's domestic financial messaging system globally and review regulations to promote GIFT City as a leading international financial center. The government might need to reconsider tax incentives for units in Gujarat's International Financial Services Centre, IFSC, due to Pillar 2 of the Base Erosion Profit Sharing Framework, as per a Deloitte report. Multinational groups in GIFT City must assess their overall tax liability in India under Pillar 2. The report suggests alternative incentives to maintain IFSC's appeal. Pillar 2 aims to ensure a minimum 15% tax on multinational profits globally. IFSC units, possibly lacking sufficient staff and assets, must evaluate their Indian tax exposure post-Pillar 2. Financial conglomerates in GIFT City currently enjoy tax holidays and reduced alternate minimum tax rates, potentially subject to top-up taxes by their home countries.